Hello everyone, today I'll be giving a book review on Showa, Japan written by Brinkmann. So, the Showa era refers to the reign of Showa Emperor, also known as Emperor Hirohito, which lasted from December 25, 1926 until January 7, 1989. And this was actually the longest reign of any monarch in Japanese history so far. The Showa era is a period that Brinkmann, the author, describes as the most momentous, calamitous, successful, and glamorous in Japan's modern history. He examines how Japan went from post-war devastation to becoming an economic powerhouse, combining historical analysis with his personal experiences from living in Japan for 24 years. The Showa era was a time of extreme change as Japan experienced total devastation after World War II, but by the 1980s, it had become one of the world's most advanced economics. Brinkmann describes this contrast, stating, "Against the restless backdrop of turmoil and instability, Japan seems an island of calm and reason. This highlights Japan's ability to maintain order and stability despite global uncertainty, and this showcased that why Japan can become such a prosperous country during this specific period compared to countries such as the US and other European nations." Even though after World War II, Japan was left in ruins and devastation, with cities reduced to rubble and an economic in crisis. However, by the 1980s, it had become one of the most advanced economics country in the whole world. In this book, Brinkmann captures this dramatic shift, describing how zesty country roads turned into major highways and how semi-rural communities were absorbed into sprawling cities. His details on urbanization of Tokyo transform and emphasize the transformation from a low-rise city into a metropolis filled with skyscrapers. For example, these pictures of architectures were all built during the Showa era, and this period of industrialization and modernization played a crucial role in Japan's economic success as well, setting it apart from other nations that had also suffered wartime devastation. However, despite its modernization, Japan still faces unresolved challenges that continue to shape its society and international relationships. Brinkmann highlights Japan's strained relationships with China and Korea, writing, "Japan is still struggling with its past." These tensions stem from unresolved historical grievances, particularly regarding Japan's actions during its imperial expansion in the early 20th century and World War II. Issues such as the treatment of Korean forced laborers and the Nanjing massacre remain sensitive topics, often resurfacing in diplomatic disputes and protests as well. Japan's handling of these historical narratives, including school textbook controversies and government visits to the Yasukuni Shrine, has further complicated its relationships with its neighbors, which is why the relationships and the problems still exist until now. So after reading this book, I feel like it goes beyond a straightforward historical account, unlike many other historical nonfiction, and reading it makes me feel like it's a blend of travel journal and personal observations of the author, as he masterfully intertwines historical facts with his own experiences offering me as the reader both an objective and deeply personal perspective on Japan's evolution. Also, his 24 years of first-hand experiences in Japan lend authenticity and depth to his analysis, making his insights feel both credible and engaging. The book effectively supports its arguments with historical data, economic insights, and examples of urban development, illustrating Japan's transformation from rural landscape to a global economic powerhouse with cutting-edge infrastructure. Also, the author presents a compelling discussion on Japan's international relations, particularly its complex ties with China, Korea, and other Southeast Asian countries. He delved into the lingering impact of historical tensions on diplomacy, providing thought-provoking insights into Japan's position. However, most of the times, I think that the author's personal opinions take precedence over objective analysis, meaning that the book would have been strengthened by incorporating more external research and a wider examination of Japan's present-day challenges to make it much more interesting and historically accurate. But other than that, I feel like this book remains an engaging read, particularly for those who enjoy journal-style narratives or people who have a strong interest in Japan's culture and history. So I definitely recommend you to read this book.